On the 10th of January 2008, I made a video revealing that Barack Obama is an Illuminati and a Zionist. On this video, I predicted that Barack Obama is going to become the next president, and I explained why the Illuminati have chosen Barack Obama to become the next president of the United States.
But I made that video a very long time ago, and much has taken place since. The same tactics that I explained, such as reverse psychology, have been used to a much greater extent since January. So here I want to give more examples explaining in greater detail how they are manipulating the American people. I also want to explain a lot of other things that I did not mention on my first video regarding Obama. The first thing I want to explain is regarding the writings at the beginning of the Barack Obama is a Zionist Illuminati video. There I wrote that the Illuminati have two plans. One is a plan for a police state and the other is the exact opposite. One plan is to force the Illuminati agenda and beliefs on the people, and the other is to make the people themselves embrace them. This does not change with Obama becoming the president. As I explained, they had already planned to make Obama the president, but the two plans still exist. In other words, Obama himself may still bring about the fascist police state if he loses his popularity. Although, as I explained, the allegations regarding Obama being a terrorist are so ridiculous that they have actually helped make him more popular, the question must still be asked: why did the Illuminati decide to make some president who has a Muslim name and whose relatives are, or at least claim to be, Muslims, and whose father used to be a Muslim and was not even an American? If you look into the many allegations made against Obama regarding such issues, you'll find that although none of them are actually proven, they have not been disproven either. The door is left open for the Illuminati to make the allegations seem true if and when they need to do so in the future. The reason for it is very complicated. I don't want to go into it a great detail regarding it on this video, but I'm about to reveal a secret regarding the Illuminati's plans for the police state, and that is that the police state is eventually supposed to be portrayed as being Islamic. The plan is to have a police state, and when people oppose it and rise against it, which virtually everyone would almost certainly do, the police state would then claim to have been Islamic all along, and they were Muslims who were secretly trying to take over the USA. And it is at that time that there would be an Illuminati revolution against the supposed Islamic police state, and thus the people would themselves embrace the Illuminati ideology. Any group that doesn't or realizes what's happening would be killed by the police state before the revolution, and the fake Islamic police state, which would in fact be secretly controlled by the Illuminati, would only allow the Illuminati to defeat and overthrow it. And thus the people of America would oppose anything Islamic and would accept the previous Illuminati ideology due to it being the opposite of the Islamic ideology. This hatred of Islam would of course then encourage America to continue the wars in the Middle East for decades to come. As I explained on the other video, Obama is supposed to come and put an end to the police state which Bush and the neocons have been trying to create. However, I am revealing now that if Obama fails to become more popular, or at least remain as popular as he is, he would not do this. He would not expose Bush as a secret Muslim. Yes, that's right. They planned to say that Bush was a secret Muslim who allowed and helped Muslims to carry out the 9/11 attacks. Obama is supposed to expose this supposed secret unless he fails to make the satanic Illuminati ideology popular, in which case he himself would be portrayed as the secret Muslim. It also depends on the people. This is why in this election the Illuminati tried hard to actually make Obama popular rather than just steal the elections, which they can easily do. Right now the Illuminati want to see how many people would vote for Obama. They want to see how popular he is. This time the votes actually count. Anyway, what Obama does would depend almost entirely on his popularity. He would either save America from the orchestrated financial crisis, expose Bush as a secret Muslim who allowed the 9/11 attacks to take place, stop the war in Iraq, destroy or greatly weaken Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and Pakistan, make America far more liberal, less religious, and introduce some socialist laws and policies, or he would do the opposite, make the economy worse, at least for the American people, stop both the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and then be supposedly exposed as a secret Muslim, maybe along with Bush, and enforce Islamic laws in the US and establish or try to establish a police state, followed by what I explained earlier. So how do we stop these plans? The way to stop them is to expose them and tell as many people as possible. The more people know, the less likely it is that their plans would work. Let me add that most, if not all, other candidates like Hillary Clinton, Rudy Giuliani, Mitt Romney and others are also Illuminati, and that all of these wanted Obama to win. I wrote about this on the comment section of the Obama is an Illuminati video. Hillary Clinton was not really competing with Obama, and nor is John McCain and Palin. They wanted to lose because they are all on the same team and their masters have decided that Obama must win. All that Clinton, Giuliani, McCain and Palin were doing was acting.
On the same day the dueling ads debuted, three of Clinton's advisors seemed to help Obama's cause during a conference call with the media, when someone had the temerity to ask about her foreign policy experience, and for 5 seconds none of her advisors had anything to say.
Hey, it's John Nickerson from Slate. What foreign policy moment would you point us to in Hillary's career where she's been tested by crisis?
Well, I think that, as she says, she has been tested, throughout her life in so many matters.
Her advisors did not name one foreign policy crisis, and as the New York Times reported last year as First Lady, Senator Clinton had no security clearance, no access to National Security Council meetings or the president's daily intelligence briefing, little involvement in 90s crises such as Somalia, Haiti, Rwanda, the U.S. Embassy bombings, or the U.S. bombing of Afghanistan and Sudan.
I guess that's why they say John McCain, mixed same as Bush.
Are there any significant economic differences between what the Bush administration has put forward over these many years as opposed to now what John McCain supports?
Yeah, I mean, for instance, take for instance the issue of I'm drawing a blank, and I hate it when I do that, particularly on television. But take for instance. The contrast on NAFTA. I mean, I think that the bigger issue is credibility in where one is coming from on are they consistent where they come from. John McCain has consistently stood against earmarks throughout his tenure in the United States Senate. Regrettably, the president has not been exactly busy with the veto pen on earmarks. I mean, there's just one contrast alone. It's particularly
But let me
relevant.
get back to what you raised the issue of NAFTA. I don't see, he's a huge supporter of free trade, John McCain. The Bush administration supports free trade. I don't see a big difference between the two of them on NAFTA.
I was going to go to a point. I was going to go to a point which is what you'd want is consistency with regard to that position. What I think is more relevant is Obama had said during the primary process, we've got to go ahead and redraw NAFTA, and now his comments have been much more tepid post-primary about, well,
right,
maybe...
that's a major difference between Obama and the president, but as far as NAFTA is concerned, McCain and Bush are on the same page.
They are, for free trade.
Unbelievable, huh? But in case you think this was just the case with their campaigners and supporters on TV, let's look at Hillary and McCain themselves.
And I'm ashamed of you, Hillary, for voting for it. You're not going to get another shot at this.
Senator Clinton, I want to give you a chance to respond.
Why do you and the president have such a hyper-partisan view of politics? Let me ask you about health care, because you did come up with a new plan.
Your husband received $800,000 for 4 speaking engagements, ostensibly in support of the trade deal, or by a group that supports the trade deal. You've given your own money to your campaign. Is that a conflict of interest?
I mean, and how many angels dance on the head of a pin? I have really nothing to. I mean, how do you answer that?
There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down to get into the vehicles to get to our base.
This is the greeting ceremony at the airport that Clinton claims never happened. Washington Post quote, a review of nearly 100 news accounts of her visit shows that not a single newspaper or television station reported any security threat to the First Lady. I mean,